Hi guys, okay, so this is me, Templar Crusade 01. Okay, so listen, it's been a while since I put up a video, and I know you're all looking to see what this board's going to look like, so you have to excuse me, I've just eaten. I literally just got home from work as well, so I've nicked the camera. It's got to be back tomorrow. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the board, but I'm going to film separately and put videos up of each board. Now, I've only done 2 so far. And I say I've had other people helping me, a friend of mine Rich and my mate John, and other people have been popping in to have a look, and mostly Gorp and give the odd hand here and there, and my girlfriend's been making loads of food, which is fantastic. So without further ado, let's start on board number 2, which is the trench board. Now I know you've all been looking forward to seeing this, so let's have a look. Excuse me while I spin the camera around. Okay. So this is board number 2, and this is the main trench board. This is where all the defenders are going to be, and the ones that are outside the city fighting the need. So I've just put these in there just for effect, just so you can look. So we'll start at the back of the board. So we've got the artillery pieces, and this is where they'll be. So you can imagine you're going to have stacked up shells all over the place, barrels here and there. So that looks quite nice. That does look quite good. Now, this board's made up of wooden flooring boards, which you can get in any DIY shop, well, not DIY, but builder's yard. The reason why I went for those is because they link into each other, so you get a nice seamless look sort of thing. So I haven't actually put them together properly just for this video, but they do work. And insulating board. Now that insulating board is stuck down. In the previous video we talked about it, it's stuck down with a strong PVA. Now you can get different types of PVA, but I've used builder PVA, which is quite strong, and that's held that down. So in the last video we sculpted it all out, and we started blocking out where we wanted higher ground, where we wanted to put in, cutting out shapes for the gun crews and stuff like that for the Imperial Guard. So let's just have a look. 400 lollipop sticks have died to make this board, so that looks quite cool. So if you look at that all the way along, it's quite a big board. Imagine this is, do remember, this is 6 foot long, okay, by 4 foot wide. So it's a standard gaming table that you'd probably play a nice size fair battle on this one. So we've used 70 sandbags so far, and they've been put all over the place. There's plastic card, which has been put into place, and you've got little wooden coffee stirrers we've used to make the uprights to hold the plastic card into place. A lot of sand and grit, a lot of plaster, and obviously lots of big chunky stone and bits of debris from kits and stuff and plastic piping. It just gives it the overall effect. So what did I use to make the hard cover? Right, well that's a mix of plaster, PVA and sand and grit, and I got a nice sort of thick consistency with it, enough so I could hold up a spoon like that, and if it dropped off then it was too wet, but it was just strong enough to paste in, or it just hung there for a bit, then it was ready to go. So I covered it, the whole board in it. Actually my friend, myself and Rich did. We covered the whole board in it. Well, actually no, I did that time. Rich helped me cut it out. So yeah, there you go. So that was all covered in it. Then we just started pushing in bits and pieces. So you've got stone, you've got plastic bits from Imperial Guard box sets, bits of resin, some vehicle parts. They're from a Redeemer kit, and it's the same all over the place. There's just bits of, like, for example, there's a carny, a dead carny there, loads of sandbags along there, which looks absolutely amazing. So we've talked about this section here. There's the canal, and the canal looks absolutely gorgeous. So remember, none of this is painted yet because it's needed time to seal itself. Now you're going to say to me, Temps, what happened to your bridge concept? Well, do you know what, at the end of the day, time constraints, getting stuff done, I think this works just as well. You know, I can put a bit of detail underneath that sort of suggests that, you know, it's built up, and you know, it's got beams that are going into the water. Along the lines here, along the side of the the canal, there'll be little sewer entrances, which will look quite cool. And I kind of love that broken down wall there. looks fantastic. It looks like it's had a hard pounding and it's just crumbled away. And we keep going. Sorry, the lighting's changed, I've just noticed. It should change back any minute now. There we go. So here we have the first Frontline trench, which goes all the way along there to an observation post, which is that big round section just there, and that'll have piping coming out and camo nettings and stuff like that, and probably some sort of gun emplacement, I don't know yet. Then you have the reserves trench, which is this one just here. And if you notice, like, we've got a bit of road section that's all blown away, debris all scattered down, and you've got the pillar boxes either side protecting the road. So originally that had been one road that went along, and that would be sort of like a, I don't know, guard posts there as you come into the city. So that's the reserve trench, is trench 2. And then you have the backup trenches, which will be, I think in reality, I think they're like the sort of where the new guys come in from, and where the medics deal with people, and engineers and stuff like that are there, and runners. I think it's called the runners trench, I'm not too sure. Anyway, so if we look there, we have a command post, which is where the Imperial Guard commanders are going to be. Then you've got runner boards, as you can see, just there, and then the mound, which is where the water treatment plant or sewage plant's going to be, which will give the needed access into the city. And then the canal back there. So all in all, I think this board's come out quite well. Not a lot that I really want to change on it, really. So the next stage for this is probably another load of sealant put over the top, which will be a watered down PVA mix, and just squirt it on with a household squirty bottle or plant bottle. That'll seal that into place. That works really well. And then it'll be ready for painting. So I'm planning to paint this the week after next, because I've still got one more board to go. So anyway, there you go. One more look at this board just here. And so you go, it looks lovely. I'm really pleased with it. The sandbags look absolutely brilliant. One of my major worries is that sandbags can look a bit crap and a bit naff if they're not done properly. So I think, you know, they come out okay. They'll do. They'll do. Anyway, so that's board number 2, sorry. So I'm now going to switch this video off, and I'm going to make a video now about board number 1, which will be the NID deployment area. Anyway, guys, take care, and I'll speak to you very soon.